to the next incompetent minister. His name is Chris Bowen. You know him well. Well, today he was sprouting about how the coal system is getting so weak. The need for renewables is stronger than ever. Of course, we all know how he feels about coal. He's been talking about it for years.
A coal-fired power station, as you know, is scheduled for closure, because that's part of my job, the failure of coal-fired power generators. Only the LNP at their worst suggested a new coal-fired power station.
So here he was trying to sell us the message today that coal is in fact the biggest threat to our energy system here in Australia. Here's why.
And the biggest threat to reliability, energy reliability in Australia today is actually an ageing coal-fired power station which has an unexpected outage that AEMO and the market operators weren't expecting, and one day it's just not working, and that happens quite a lot.
Well, maybe they wouldn't be ageing if you took better care of them and hadn't blown up the rest of them. Then they would be plentiful and just keep doing what they have done throughout Australia's entire history, which is cheap, affordable, reliable energy. My eyes still water when I speak about that trio because I think it's gone forever. It's absolutely gone forever. These guys are pressing on no matter what.
What Bowen is saying there is like saying, I just lit the match and threw it at the house and the house caught on fire. Correct. We've got to do something about those matches, you know, those bloody matches. They're the problem here. Like, the reason all of this has happened is because they took all the money away that was used elsewhere in the energy system and gave it to renewable energy. And if you're an Origin or an AGL or any other investor
you're not going to be investing in coal.
Don't invest in coal because the government has actively encouraged you not to do so. Yep. So all of our coal-fired power stations have gone to rack and ruin. At one point last year, in May last year, 30% of our coal generation was offline because of the state of the system. And the only reason that has happened is because the government has encouraged them not to spend any money on that system. And then they're like, oh, look, coal is unreliable. Coal is unreliable because you made it unreliable, you dimwit, and we're meant to believe that solar and wind is going to be more reliable. As I was talking about on Chris Kenny's show earlier, I come from a little place called South Australia, and about 5 years ago, the entire state went into a blackout because the wind stopped blowing and the system short-circuited. That's what happened.
The biggest threat to energy reliability in this country is not coal. It's Chris Bowen. Coal has been reliable for more than 100 years, and then the government started getting involved. So it's just one catastrophe after another.